Hey, how you doing? Big Al here. I'm reading Zero Hedge, The Unavoidable Pension Crisis. And I read this whole thing, and it's a great article. Came out today, April 6th. Yeah. And according to this article, there's a lot of charts and graphs, and you look at them and you study them. I didn't quite get this one here, this chart. But that's all right. You don't have to get everything, but you get the gist of it. Kabish, you get the gist. And what I got out of this article, you read the whole thing, but what I got out of it is that yeah, there's going to be problems with the pensions, not only private or public, but also private. And this, I think, these are the two charts that bring this whole article together for me. First of all, you look at the old versus young population. Okay, this goes way back to 1955. Back then, retirement, not something you really think about because there weren't any retirement, uh, tools like, not many had pensions and the 401k wasn't even around and all that. So that's what you got. Go all the way forward to 2011. You see these darker the lines there? Yeah, that's the elderly population. That's me. Hey, all right. We're increasing. We're getting strong. While the young population's going down. Why? Not enough fucking. That's what the problem is. Fertility rate of children slash female. Fertility rate. Not enough fucking. Don't give me the fertility rate. The fucking. You gotta fuck. You gotta fuck with some gusto. Gabish. You gotta, yeah, I want a baby. God damn it, I want a baby. What's the problem with that, though? You become something called the sandwich generation. Gabish. That's what he calls it here. And it's true. It's not the first time I heard that. Welcome to the sandwich generation where when more individuals will be sandwiched between supporting both parents and children in the same household. And where do you work? Hey, you delivering pizza? Yeah, that's a high paying job. Oh! So basically, back to these charts, this is what you do, okay? You whack the old people, okay? Including me, but try it. Uh, by the way, I don't get a pension, so don't whack me, gabish. Oh! And then what you have to do is you got to raise taxes, raise the retirement age. Yeah. So you can't retire at 65. You could retire at 80. Gabish. And also increase the minimum or the maximum that you could put in for either 401k or a pension or whatever. Right now, I think it's 15%, according to the article. Very good article. He kind of projects, okay, Tyler Durden from Zero Hedge. He has some charts that project all the way out to 2060. I don't trust those. I don't believe those charts, and he doesn't take hyperinflation into consideration because that is the ultimate equalizer. Gabish, that's why other countries do it. But this is going to happen worldwide because it's a worldwide pension problem. We're not the only ones with a pension problem. Europe's having that problem. Australia, all the Western world is having that problem. So, short of whacking the old farts and fucking more, there's not much you can do except, wait for hyperinflation to equalize everything. Because, yeah, you're a pension. You're getting a pension. Yeah, I'm getting a $3,000 pension. Fuck you. Que cazzo mi dice? Because you still get the $3,000 pension when hyperinflation hits and you're paying $100 for a loaf of piece of freaking bread that you can make your fucking sandwich with. Gabish? The sandwich generation is the one that's gonna suffer. I hate to tell you, millennials are gonna have a problem because of the hyperinflation. But the good thing about millennials, the sandwich generation, is one thing. They're young. They could still work, and wages will go up, but they always lag. In the interim, and it's quite a few years, you're gonna have problems. Listen, I always talk about Venezuela, Argentina, all these other, Zimbabwe, all these other countries. They really haven't, they don't get their act together like the whole world will when there's a worldwide problem with this, okay? There's going to be some radical moves short of, whacking the old people and fucking more. So as far as I see it, the unavoidable pension crisis, yeah, it's unavoidable. And it's going to be a crisis. And if nothing happens, say nothing happens, hyperinflation will have to hit. It's a mathematical certainty. Gabish? Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm trying something new. I don't know if that. It's kind of like a Larry and Moe and Curly kind of thing, Whoop, 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 whoop. Nya, nya, nya. But back to this old versus young population. Hey, the old people, a lot of people are retiring. I'm in what's considered a retirement state. It's nice and warm and moist. People move south because of that. That's what happened to my hair. My hair, as you get older, your hair moves south of your body where it's nice and warm and moist. So my ass has got all the hair I had in my head. Gabish. Oh! So I see it firsthand. I talk to my neighbors and, yeah, I'm getting a pension. Hey, ungats. And I say that because without the sandwich generation, without them fucking, okay, where the young people can actually pay for your pension, your precious pension that you're getting, all right, you ain't getting shit in the future. You ain't getting shit in the future. But even if they do pay, your pension stays the same. Ever heard of a pension go up? I don't think so. So the answer is the sandwich generation, unfortunately, for the sandwich generation. Or what this article doesn't bring out, which should be brought out, and nowhere in this article was written, hyperinflation. So, these are things that it's gonna have to happen. It's a mathematical certainty. You gotta have hyperinflation. If you don't have hyperinflation, you ain't got shit. You were talking about a currency that we're using that's backed up by nothing, nothing, and that's why they hate gold. They hate gold and silver as a backstop of the currency, just like what China and Russia are doing right now. They're working on that. Why do you think the I guess you call him C, the president of China is meeting with Trump at Mar-a-Lago today? I think today or tomorrow. Why do you think they're meeting? No, it's not because of that some young jerk in North Korea blowing up bottle rockets. Okay, it's not. That's a cover. That's a cover. By the way, this crazy chart he has here is projections. Projections up to 20. It says 2061 here. Looks like 2070. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. That's in the article itself. I'm not saying the guy's bad. He's good. It's very good. Bit of logic here that I could follow. But the problem is he talks about the interest. I mean the inflation rate staying at 2%. Give me a fucking break, man. You're making me cry over here. Come on. And he talks about his logic here. Here's our logic. He says here, yield is 2%. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so. It ain't going to stay like that, okay? And he trims the forecast to 1.1% if the inflation rate expectations are about 2%. Again, the inflation rate expectation is going to be a lot. Not the expectation, not the hopium, okay? We're talking about what's going to happen. What's going to happen ain't going to be 2%. You're looking at maybe 200%. I'm not here to scare you, but it's a mathematical fact. And that's how wealth gets destroyed. It gets destroyed through hyperinflation, which is why it's so important. It's so important to have something that you can use, kabish, something you can touch and feel, and something that holds value. And to a lot of these big bucks billionaires, all right, it's for the most part real estate for now. Yeah, but there are a lot of other avenues that they go into, a lot of other vehicles, if you will, financial vehicles that go into, kabish? So I close with this. Basically, at the end of the article, it says it's an unavoidable problem. It will happen and devastate many Americans. Yeah, duh. It's just a function of time. When? I don't know. It's a function of time. So whatever amount you are saving, oh, that's a key term right there. Saving for retirement is probably not enough. He's right. If you're saving in a bank, you're saving with the banksters, gabish. Never enough. Why? Well, you'll soon find out. If you don't get the gist of what I just said, you'll soon find out. Gabish, I'm not going to say anymore. That's it. That's all. Gabugadish, basha liman. Pero no got. Ciao.